If you've ever said to yourself, I want to travel more, but nothing changes, this video is for you. I'm going to break down exactly how to manifest a traveling lifestyle, everything from vision boards, mistakes to avoid, and a very special 17-second rule. Dreaming of traveling more, but you don't know where to start, that was me 5 years ago. So I'm going to break down exactly how to manifest a traveling lifestyle, and then I'm going to wrap up with some mistakes to avoid. I've been to 13 countries and counting. I've always wanted to travel, but there were stretches of time where traveling was almost impossible financially or with my work schedule. But I've done a lot of practical things when it comes to manifestation and inspired action that have made it so that I travel so much more than ever now. So let's start off with, what does manifesting travel actually mean? Manifesting travel isn't just about wishing and waiting or making a bucket list. It's about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with those travel goals. So it's a mashup of your mindset, the intention to travel, and the actions that you take every single day. One thing about manifestation that is really important is that you don't need to know how it's going to happen. You don't know how A is going to get to Z. You just need to know why you want to get to Z, why you want this trip, why you want to have a traveling lifestyle. So what and why. You need to get clear on what you want and why. The universe, source, God, takes care of the how. Okay, so emotion equals lifestyle. The emotion behind what you want is going to end up and result in that lifestyle. So that's what manifesting travel means. It's this combination of shifting these items in your life. How did I start my manifestation journey? I've been manifesting things accidentally off and on since I was young, but the first time I crystal clearly manifested something was actually in 2017. I knew that I wanted to work the Coachella Music Festival. I was already working on reality shows, but I thought I wanted to shift into music festivals. And I woke up every single morning, and the first thing I said out of my mouth every single morning was, I'm going to work Coachella. And I would do it with a smile, and I'd do it with excited anticipation. And I didn't know how. I didn't know anybody, but I said it every morning for a few weeks. Eventually, I was working on a show, and I was just talking about it. I was like, one day I'm going to work Coachella. The guy that I was talking to knew somebody who worked on Coachella, and he had worked on Coachella previously. He gave me their email. I got an interview, and I was working Coachella that same year. So that was my first time manifesting something. To start your manifestation journey, get really, really clear on the kind of travel lifestyle you actually want. Are you wanting budget travel where you're backpacking and you don't have to spend a lot because you're okay with a minimal lifestyle? Or are you wanting slow travel where you have the freedom to stay somewhere for 6-7 weeks? Or are you wanting luxury travel where money is not an object, money is not a problem, you know? Do you want to be a full-time nomad, or are you specifically manifesting one particular trip? Get really clear on what you want. And one thing that a lot of manifestation guides don't tell you, especially when it comes to travel, you need to also pair that with how you want to feel on that trip. How do you want to feel in this travel lifestyle? Is it adventurous? Is your adrenaline pumping? Is it a romantic endeavor where you're going and you're going to find your husband out there, or your wife out there, or your partner out there? Is this the kind of trip where you are going to soak up a new language and you are going to feel so empowered and so confident in your multicultural essence, you know? How do you want to feel? So not only what you want to do and where you want to go, but how do you want to feel in these places? So write this down. How do you do that? You need to get a journal as of yesterday. Bullet point journal. If you get tired, just bullet point out what you want. And visualization, which I always look up guided visualizations, which helps you bring into your mind's eye what your life is going to look like and feel like. This is the start of rewiring your identity to become the kind of person who gets to travel or gets paid to travel or is able to work remotely and travel. You have to start thinking about that person, because let me tell you something. This is something that I really truly believe. If you can conceive it, a future version of yourself is doing it. Okay, so take that home with you. Know that your future self is like knocking on the window, like, get started because I'm already doing this. Okay, so moving on. You got your journal? How should you write your manifestations? You don't just write, I want to travel. You need to be specific, and you need to write things in present tense. I wake up in a beautiful Airbnb in Rome. I work from a cozy cafe in Lisbon. My dog is curled up next to me in the hotel lobby in Athens. You know, you need to write this in present tense as if you're living it today. And it can get really emotional once you start flowing in what that day looks like and feels like, what you see out of the window, what you smell. And once again, very important, how you're feeling about everything that's coming your way. This is the key to writing your manifestations. Present tense, include how you're feeling, and get really descriptive with adjectives and use all your senses. So I mentioned 17-second rule. What is the 17-second manifestation rule? This is a technique from Abraham Hicks that when you hold the thought for a minimum of 17 seconds, it's already starting to attract towards you. You're changing your vibration, you're changing your frequency towards that. So just start with 17 seconds and you'll notice how good it feels to think about having that thing. You'll probably want to dwell on it longer. The longer you dwell on this idea that you are traveling, you're in first class, the flight attendant is handing you a glass of champagne, the door's closed, and now you're on your way to Cape Town. It's coming towards you. Dwell on the good things. In the same vein, anytime your thoughts are trending negative, pivot them, another Abraham Hicks technique, pivot that negative thought back to, I'm in this plane, it feels so good, I love my life, I love traveling. You have to stay on that positive frequency. Stacking up those multiple 17-second thoughts is going to build momentum so that desire comes to you fast, okay? It's really, really nice to try this also when you first wake up or right when you're going to sleep. Okay, some cautionary notes, what not to do when manifesting. Here's how people end up blocking their manifestations. Don't obsess about how it's going to happen. Anything along the lines of, how can I possibly travel? My job would never let me. How can I possibly travel? I have 3 dogs. How can I possibly travel? We can't afford it. Those thoughts are out. Those thoughts are the reason they're holding you back. Those thoughts are the reason why your surrounding looks exactly how it did last year. You need to pivot those thoughts into better thoughts, okay? I'm going to absolutely recommend the book Ask and It Is Given. It's in my Amazon storefront and I'm going to put it in the link, y'all. Please. Mind-shifting, life-changing book. Do not speak on any limiting beliefs. Don't ever say things like, I can't afford this. I could never do that. That's too difficult. Because whatever you're speaking out of your mouth is your reality. And do not ignore inspired action. If you are manifesting a life of travel and you see the cutest luggage randomly in the middle of nowhere on sale, buy it. There are divine moments and inspired energetic actions that come into your body to see if are you in tune with this lifestyle? Are you in tune with what's coming to you? Okay. You have been thinking about Bali, and then there's a cute little sticker at the coffee shop that's just Bali. Get that sticker. Buy that sticker. That is the little breadcrumbs that are going to turn into bigger and bigger pieces of rope that pulls you to your manifestation. So you're going to notice that when you start manifesting, you're going to have little inspired actions. Don't ignore inspired actions. I'm going to wrap up with this. The power of vision boards. Your brain responds so strongly to images, stronger than words. And vision boards are a physical reminder to your subconscious. I have my vision board with travel images, romance images, powerful affirmations, right where I can see it the minute I wake up. Physical is best, but you can also do a digital one in Canva, keep it in your phone. Include travel images and include lifestyle cues, the kind of outfits you're wearing. Are you up at sunrise? Are you hiking? Are you in a luxury hotel? The kind of meals you're eating? Get those images and look at it daily and think about how good it's going to feel to have that. So those are the tips I have to begin your manifestation journey to have a life full of travel, a life with no regret, only amazing memories. If this helped you, give it a like, comment below where you are manifesting your next trip to, and don't forget to tell me how you're going to feel when you're there. I would love to hear and see your vision. So there you go, my traveling friends, all the tips I have to manifest a lifestyle full of travel. If you like this kind of content, definitely like this video and subscribe because I'm here to empower and inspire you to travel more.